My name is Carrol Lourie, and volunteering has been a really active part of my life for many years. Before I moved up to Washington County, I lived in Frederick County, and Governor Schaefer charged each county to come up with a cold weather shelter plan to agree and to see that cold weather shelters were available for the hardest to plan homeless people in that county. And so as part of that, I was part of a community effort that we started a cold weather shelter with the churches in Frederick. When I moved up to Washington County in around '95, I saw that it was the same problem up here and that we really needed to start something like the Frederick County Cold Weather Shelter. So I brought volunteers from down there up here to show them that this was something that the churches could do. REACH was one of the major partners in trying to get that started, and I subsequently went on the board. REACH is a wonderful organization providing services for the most in need, and the Cold Weather Shelter is probably the best known program, but it's not the only program. We have Day Resource Center where volunteers see people who come in that are going to lose their homes, they can't pay their electricity, etc. And I also helped start a program there called Open Table. And so Open Table was a national model that I brought to the county through REACH that surrounds a homeless person or a person living in poverty with a community of 12 people. And we are their community to help them become self-sufficient and feel supported. When I came up to Washington County, the Potter's Bowl had already been going. And it was an initiative that was started by Congregation B'nai Abraham. And I started to attend the synagogue here with my husband, Ira. And I ultimately became involved in several years of helping with the event. And then the next thing I knew, I was the in-charge person. So the Potter's Bowl provides services for the Community Free Clinic, which is such a wonderful nonprofit in this county. And it helps provide medical care for those people who don't have insurance and are ill. After I retired from the Washington County Department of Social Services, Bill Christoval, who was the health officer then, began a public awareness campaign about Washington County's high teen birth rate. We have consistently, for over 20 years, been either the third or fourth highest teen birth rate in the state of Maryland. And although our numbers have dropped considerably, they are still an issue. I agreed to work with Bill Christoval to start the Teen Pregnancy Prevention Coalition. And I did that for about 3 years. I had already helped start the Family Center when I was at Washington County Department of Social Services. I was part of a community effort to get the Family Center going. And that's where young people who are pregnant or already have a baby can come with their child in hand and complete their education and learn to be a parent. And so we need to support these young families and help them get the resources they need to be self-sufficient and strong. There are so many opportunities to give your resources and your riches. I didn't volunteer when my son was a baby because I was working full-time and raising a son. But there are times in our lives when we are available to volunteer. And so I would love other people to see what they can get back by what they give. That would be the legacy I would share, because when you give, you're really blessed yourself.